Alright, in this video we're going to be correcting sentence 2 and 3 under Set 10. Let's take a look at sentence 2. It says, unusual and comical is the kinds of stories that her and me like the best. In this sentence we have subject-verb agreement error, and we also have pronoun case error. So first, let's address our subject-verb agreement error. Now when we talked about subject-verb agreement, we learned that our subject needs to agree with our verb in number. In this sentence, we have a plural subject, but we've used a singular verb. So I need to change my word is to the plural form, which is are. That would fix my subject-verb agreement error. Next, we need to look at our pronoun case errors. So when we learned about pronoun case, we learned that pronouns all have a different job in a sentence, which will ultimately change the form that it takes. In order to decide which form of a pronoun we should use, there is a test that we can run. The test would ask us to drop the and me and just read the sentence with the word her in it. Let's try it. Unusual and comical are the kinds of stories that her like the best. Well, that just sounds kind of weird. So I know that we have not used the correct form of the pronoun, so I'm going to replace her with she. We can run the test to see if we've used the correct form. Let's try it. Unusual and comical are the kinds of story that she likes the best. That sounds better, so I know I've used the correct form of this pronoun. Let's check to see if I've used this pronoun correctly. Again, we're going to check by running a test, and the test is going to ask us to drop the word she and. Let's try. Unusual and comical are the kinds of stories that me like the best. Well, again, that doesn't make any sense, so I'm going to try changing this pronoun me to I. Again, we can see if this pronoun has now been used correctly by running that same test. Let's try it. Unusual and comical are the kinds of stories that I like the best. That makes way more sense, so I know I've used the correct form of the pronoun. Next, let's take a look at sentence 3. Sentence 3 says, neither Arlo nor Scott are willing to continue painting the fence while you just sit there. In this sentence, we have subject-verb agreement error, and we also need to make sure we're using the right word. So first, let's address our subject-verb agreement error. In this sentence, our subject needs to match our verb in number. In this particular sentence, we are using a compound subject, which is combined using that word nor. When we have a compound subject that's combined with the word nor, we need to look at the subject that's closest to the verb to determine if our verb should be singular or plural. The subject that's closest to our verb is Scott. Scott is singular, so our verb should be singular as well. So I'm going to change this word are to is. That would fix our subject-verb agreement error. And lastly, I need to make sure I'm using the right word. In this sentence, I have used the word set. However, I know that that word set does not meet the context of this sentence, so I'm going to replace the word set with the word sit. And now my sentence 3 has been corrected. If you have any questions about how or why we've corrected our sentences the way that we have, please feel free to reach out and I'll be sure to answer your questions as soon as I can. Thanks for watching, everyone.